We live in a world of remix culture. While the idea of remix is not new, it takes on a fresh meaning within the current Web 2.0 culture. The everyday user now has the ability to poach things from the web, mash songs together, and spread this re-edited content in order to share it with others across the globe. Slash fiction is a particular example of this kind of remix content that has a popular and unique following. But what is slash fiction? In typical remix fashion, the definition is ambiguous, but we can break it down into a genre of fan fiction that has a few existing norms. Who makes up slash fiction? The characters generally come from popular fiction, such as Twilight, The Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, or Star Trek. The content focuses primarily on reimagined romantic relationships between these pre-established characters that may not have existed in the original stories. The degree of eroticism varies, but the characters are primarily male-male. What kind of media makes up slash fiction? Slash fiction tells stories through a number of mediums, not just print. The way in which these stories are communicated to us do not have to solely reflect the original content. In fact, they rarely do. Slash fiction often employs numerous mediums at once, such as text, music, and video. The most prevalent example of this kind of slash fiction comes to us in the form of YouTube videos that utilize all of these elements simultaneously. As slash fiction comes in this multimedia form, it is increasingly available in places other than your local comic conventions. The internet allows slash fiction to be available all over the globe. Since many of the popular characters are internationally known, fans from across the world can connect and spread their own interpretations of their favorite fiction. One may ask why people create slash fiction. It is not necessarily for profit, so what is the appeal to devoting hours, days, or weeks to these productions? There is no right answer, but many creators of slash fiction are conscious of similar themes. As with any art form or remix, slash fiction functions as a means of self-expression, giving creators a way to showcase their talent or personal ideas about these fictional worlds. There is also a feminist element to it in both the production and content aspect. Although there are not nearly as many strong female characters in the original content, slash fiction is primarily created by women, which empowers them to be producers when they wouldn't otherwise have a chance. Additionally, slash fiction is a way of transcending boundaries of the dominantly heterosexual, hegemonic code typical to traditional media. Who knew a 3-minute YouTube video could accomplish so much? Now that we have a good sense of what current slash fiction looks like, we should ask ourselves, what's next? I personally would like people to begin to see the real-world characters we encounter every day as potential subjects for slash fiction. They have their own public persona and certain narratives the media creates for them. Could we see a future that entails slash nonfiction, or even stories with relationships that stray from erotic? While something like that may blur the lines even more with the general remix or pure fanfiction, the possibilities are endless.